Hello everyone and welcome back to Harvest Moon Wonderful Life Special Edition. This is Showboat. First thing you'll notice is that I may sound a bit different today compared to previous days. Yeah, it's because I started just using Adobe Audition for live audio processing, so it should, at the very least, sound different. The idea being that it sounds better. I don't know. To me, everything sounds like utter shit because it's never exactly perfect, but yeah, so anyway, it's different and it's supposedly better than it has been. So yeah, also off screen I turned the fish we caught yesterday into sashimi, for the exception of the tiny yamame. So that is a thing. We now have 56 to sell to Van, because today will be the 7th, so Van will arrive. I do not need to save. I already did. So let's do this thing. So, today for me is Halloween. This is being recorded on Halloween, so I hope that everyone had a wonderful Halloween. Mine has been spent doing things like playing The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth for YouTube. You may notice that there's quite a few videos of that up. That is with good reason. The expansion just released on Friday, which was the 30th. Moo. I can't get milk from her yet. Put in thing. There you go. She should probably give birth by the end of the season. Maybe. Hopefully. The pregnancy isn't that long, I don't think. But anyway, with that, we are officially done with today's chores. Well, the morning's chores. So now to just do stuff until Van arrives at around noon-ish. Noon-ish. At least I'm assuming today is a Van day. Is it the 3rd and the 7th or the 3rd and the 8th? I can't remember. I'm assuming I forget. I don't know. Regardless, we're probably going to be spending most of our day fishing. Hopefully the game doesn't just, crash because I've taken a step in here. It's the 8th. Okay. So we have a Starry Night Festival, though. From 7 to 11, canceled in case of snow. Well, it's currently snowing. We'll see. I don't know what the Starry Night Festival is supposed to be all about. Van arrives tomorrow, so I was mistaken about that. I always get confused. I don't know why I think the 7th all the time, because apparently it's all the time that I think that it's on the 7th. There are most likely more amorous flowers for us to pick. Because, yeah, the Epseed over here isn't grown, so that must have been from yesterday. Right, so Binding of Isaac Afterbirth released on the 30th, and, yeah, there's a few bugs with it right off the bat. When it first launched, it wasn't importing save games from the base game of Rebirth properly, and their fix for it in a patch that came out, I think last night or at some point, I don't know, yesterday, late afternoon. It requires that you have to re-import your save game to fix everything. The problem with that is that you then lose all of the progress you just made when the game launched. And I am not down with that, so I'm just not going to re-import. It's that simple. The only real issue is that it wasn't taking into account proper progression. Like it thought that you haven't done certain things, like you haven't killed certain bosses when you actually have. But yeah. Anyway, I like it thus far. I mean, I think it's a great expansion to the game. Quite obviously, I've made several videos of it already. Basically, all of my time with it has been spent recording, though I did make a separate file that's going to be my personal file, just in case I want to play on my own at some point. I'm going to try not to, though, because I don't want to inadvertently unlock something, like unlock an achievement. Yeah, you look relatively healthy. It doesn't matter. So the snow stopped. Maybe we will have our Starry Night Festival at 7 p.m. tonight. I have no idea where it's supposed to be, where it's located, who to talk to, or any of that business. All I know is that it's a thing that's supposedly supposed to happen. We'll go all the way up and go fishing. So yeah, if you want to know what it's all about, just watch my videos. It's simple as that. They've actually gotten quite a few views comparatively to the other content that I have been producing. For fairly obvious reasons, it has been there's been a very hyped expansion, so there's lots of people looking for content of Binding of Isaac Afterbirth right now. And hopefully... and I have actually gotten at least 2 or 3 subscribers since putting up the first video of it, so I don't really know if it's because I was putting up Afterbirth content, but chances are that, yeah, it's probably because of that. And hopefully they'll watch my other stuff and give me ad revenue, because that would be amazing. Absolutely amazing. Or maybe they are taking part on the trial of Google Red, and I'll get something from Google Red. Because that's something I haven't really talked about lately, is the essentially the Twitch Turbo of YouTube, in the form of YouTube Red. So they offer the first month as a free trial, and then it's $10 per month after that to get rid of all the ads. Plus you get access to exclusive Google Red content from people who have way more subscribers than I do, or ever will hope to have in my lifetime. So, yeah, apparently that's a thing. You get paid based off of how many minutes you got viewed compared to everyone else who got viewed by people who are subscribed to YouTube Red. That is worth a lot of money. I have to point that out. Yamames are worth quite a bit of money. Quite a bit. It's essentially like having a shark caught. So, yeah. Excellent. Excellent. Which reminds me, I'm probably going to be hungry soon. So, and that overrides basically any other action. That's a Niamame. I think that one will get turned into Shishimi. Sorrel. Eat it. So, I mean, it's good. I mean, I'm not subscribed on Google Red right now. I honestly don't see a point. I think the service will die because AdBlock is a thing that exists, and they're basically telling people, hey, you can pay $10 to get rid of ads and do really crappy things like download videos onto your mobile device to watch later. Whoa! Ho! You can do that for free anyway! Through other means. And you can actually get them on your computer. Your actual computer and not just your mobile device. So yeah, I don't see it lasting in the long term. Who knows, maybe people who've been using AdBlock will suddenly grow a conscience and decide to pay $10 a month to get rid of the ads on YouTube. I mean, I don't foresee that happening. Something I will not be paying for myself. I don't even do the Twitch Turbo business. Anyhoozle. That is that. What else has been going on lately? Well, I broke my chair after the recording of the previous video. Like, within an hour of recording the previous video, I broke my desk chair. My wonderful, wonderful Orozi. I forget the my Orozi Enzo blue chair broke completely. The metal that connected, like, the base plate of the chair, the metal that rings... Oh, wow, that's a lot of money. Actually, wait, that was just Niamame, so it's probably not a ton. If it was a huge Yamame, that would be loads of cash. But yeah, so the metal ring that connected the base plate to the piston managed to, I don't know, it like was fused to the piston just from time. It like practically fused to the piston, but it literally shore off all the way around the base plate. So it, like, that bit of metal just broke from the base plate on the bottom of the chair. And it was left on the piston. So not only could I not remove it from the piston, that piece of metal, but there's this big gaping hole now that was part of the base plate. So I would need an entirely new base plate and piston to fix it, which I decided to hell with it. I'll just get a new one, like a whole new chair. So I got a complete replacement chair. Same type, same company. It's an Orozi Enzo, except I got it in red this time instead of blue. And it arrived today. So yeah, it was pretty darn quick, the shipping on that. It was purchased on Thursday evening, and it arrived today on Saturday via USPS, which is a problem for me because they don't come to my door of my apartment. They take it straight to the main office, which means that I had to carry this 40 some odd pound box of chair from the main office all the way to the apartment building and then up to the 3rd floor. Just in my arms. It was glorious. It was glorious, and then I had to assemble the thing. Thankfully, I've assembled enough office chairs in my lifetime so far that I mean, I don't even need to read the instructions for this. I just know how to make it, and it's great. I like it. I like it when it's new like this. The old one was 6 months old when it broke, which is not that great of a lifespan, but I put that thing through hell. Like, I put it through immense hell. Like, the internals of the base were already all bent out of shape anyway. It was not surprising that it just flat out broke eventually with the positions and torque I was applying to it, plus my own weight being freaking near its capacity anyway. I weigh 300 pounds, and I think it's rated for something like 350, 325. I forget exactly what the weight is on it. But, yeah, I like it. At least now I have a working, properly, secured back, because you can adjust it to have it not let you lean back, and you can have it so that it lets you lean back a lot. Before, there wasn't too much of a difference because I had bent the thing out of shape. I think one day I had attempted to lean back really far in it when it wasn't set to lean back very far. Like, I forgot to yank on the adjustment knob thingy lever. Forgot to yank the lever out so that it would actually go back. So yeah, applying 300 pounds of pressure wasn't good, to say the least. So I was able to just lean back fairly far on it. That is a rather big Niamame. Just saying. So yeah, everything's much nicer now compared to the old one. There was like bits of paint on the armrests that were So essentially with this chair, the two armrests are literally the only thing that connect the back of the chair to the base of the chair. And the armrests were getting their paint rubbed off. It's snowing, so the thing is most likely canceled. It said canceled in case of snow. So I'm assuming that the thingy is canceled. Because it's 7 o'clock and it's snowing. Wonderful. So much for a Starry Night Festival this year. I don't think it really matters until you're married anyway. Hi, talk to your butt. Head on outside. Cool. So yeah, that was my journey today. My little adventure of having to grab this great big chair in its gigantic box, haul it by hand up to my apartment, and then assemble the thing. and it's red. Well, it's not completely red, so it's mostly black, just like the last one, except there are stitching highlights that are red, and then there's like sections of the wings of the back and the sides of the base of the actual base seat that are red. Same exact style as the last one, except the last one was a darker blue. Why I changed the color? Just because. Just because I could change the color, that was basically the only reason. I don't know if there was a warranty on the old one. I wasn't about to wait a month before getting replacement piston and base plate for it. And the thing was so worn out anyway, even after only 6 months, because I'm a really big dude. That, yeah, I thought it was mostly worth it to just replace it. I don't know how I'm going to get this thing back to Virginia. That's the other key point here, is that, right now I'm living in an apartment to go to University of Kansas for my master's degree in geology. I will be defending and in all likelihood graduating in the spring semester. So this is like my last year here. And yeah, point being, I'm gonna have to go back to where my home is, which is Virginia. And yeah, that's going to be interesting, because essentially what's going to happen is my mother's going to come out. She's going to rent a vehicle, a large vehicle, drive out here, and then we're going to pack the vehicle, and we're going to drive back all the way to Virginia. I don't have a license, so she will be driving the entire way. We do the journey over 3 days. That's how I got out here in the first place. That will be how I will be returning, for the exception that I have a lot more stuff now than when I came here. Like, I've got a much bigger computer. I've got 2 additional monitors, plus 2 really big TVs. Yeah, plus the freaking bookcase and all of my manga and light novels and such, and all of the amiibo. Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff now. I'll likely mail most of it home beforehand, but a lot of the electronic stuff, that's not gonna happen. And I have this giant chair now that I don't know if I'm actually gonna be able to take back with me. It's a $200 chair, though, and I would really prefer if we could get it taken back with us. Just like I would really like to be able to get my giant bookcase back with us, because that was like $160 some odd to get. These things aren't cheap. So, we are at the end of the day. With that, I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been Showboat, and I will see you all next time, where Van will arrive. Off screen, I will most likely turn fish into sashimi that we caught today. And yeah, so that's gonna be that. I will see you all then.